How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We have Bitcoin dumping right now. Absolutely dumping. And there are a couple different reasons for that. Fidelity is dumping some Bitcoin here today, which is interesting. We also have a stock market, not even the US stock market, but another stock market that's down 3% right now. It just opened. So I want to talk about that along with what's happening in the market, if you don't mind. Hit subscribe. We're close to 300,000 subscribers. And also hit the like button if you like this kind of content. This is actually my second time recording this because for some reason the microphone was not working last time. But we are moving now. We are grooving. If you want to trade cryptocurrency, there's a link to Margex underneath the video. You can sign up. You don't need a KYC. This is typically a pretty good time to be trading crypto. I like when there's volatility. I like when we see dips like this because this is a nice place to have some limit order set so that way you can catch a little bit of a bounce. I actually had a limit order. I actually had a stop loss actually that just got set off to guarantee us some profit on a trade when I snagged Bitcoin around 49,500. We were up 500%. 600%, and now we got out with about a 200, 250%, 300%, somewhere around there gain. So not bad at all, but it has been a little bit of a rough day with Bitcoin falling down 4.2%. Again, if you want to trade, there's that link underneath the video. You can also get some free Caspa tokens by using that link right now. You can see a pretty big liquidation cascade here, sending Bitcoin down to 55,600. I'd say that's not the biggest dip that we've seen recently by any means, but this has been a sizable day, a sizable red day with Bitcoin down 4.3%. Part of that might be because we are seeing some large outflows. Fidelity with their second largest outflow ever. Just last week, BlackRock had their second outflow ever. Fidelity sold about $163 million worth of Bitcoin here today. To be clear, that is about 1.5% of how much Bitcoin they hold in AUM. And again, it is their second largest day ever, just behind like late April. Now, to be clear for everyone that thought we were only going to see inflows, the fact is hedge funds are comprising most of these ETFs, and they obviously, if the market goes down, try to find the best place to put money, and if they see some other asset that they want to buy into, they might sell some of the Bitcoin ETF, or maybe they see some other risks out there and they just delever a little bit. But this can change quickly as well. Just like they are feeling fear right now, they can also feel FOMO if we see the market go up. They want to be positioned in something that outperforms. So just as quickly as they can sell Bitcoin, they can also buy Bitcoin. We also saw GBTC sell 875 Bitcoin today as well. They have now sold 360,000 Bitcoin. That is crazy. And of course, they don't determine this. Their investors do, but their short-term thinking has really guaranteed that they will lose a lot of AUM. We also have the Nikkei, I believe that's how you say it. Let me know in the comment section. Nikkei index sinking 3% at the opening. Now, this is mostly due to concerns over the U.S. economy. In the first 15 minutes of trading, the 225 issue Nikkei stock average fell about 1,200 points or 3.1%. And this is following the release of the weaker than expected U.S. manufacturing data. We've covered that a little bit in an earlier video. But some people are thinking that the U.S. is heading towards recession. Even Tom Lee, who is a very big bull on the market, has been saying that there could be about 8 weeks of pain or 8 weeks of uncertainty. Be ready for these next 8 weeks. But then he did note that he thinks that any kind of dips that we see, maybe a 5-10% dip, they are meant for buying. He's going to be buying. Of course, you have to make your own decision, but he thinks that these dips will be some pretty good dips to buy because he's expecting that the market actually jumps before the end of the year. He does not think we've hit the highest that we will this year. We also have some inflation data from Turkey. 52% inflation for August year over year. Now you can see why some people, even with Bitcoin being this volatile, want to hold Bitcoin. Imagine 58% inflation. If you had $100,000, you now need $158,000. You can see why some people would want to hold Bitcoin in those kinds of countries, right? And as you can see, like I said, we are seeing a dip. Personally, I know friends and family they're waiting to buy certain things and they're waiting to see the market jump up. I realize that some people wanted to take chips off the table. Some people wanted just to see green. They wanted to feel like their investments are paying off. And while I do understand taking some chips off the table to maybe buy something, while some people are investing and trying to buy things from their investments, some people are just focused on the long term, the next 10, 20 years, and building up assets. Those people are probably pretty happy, right? Or they should be at least, because if they're trying to buy Bitcoin, I'd much rather buy it at 56,000 than 67,000, right? 70,000. Now, of course, if you're one of those people that's accumulating for the long term, but you still want that pat on the back, I think you have to fight that urge. Fight the urge of feeling like you need prices to go up to feel good about what you're doing. Just like if you're buying real estate and you're buying it for, let's say you can make, $30,000 a year in cash flow, and you're buying these properties for $100,000. It just wouldn't even make sense that they would stay this low. And while you might be like, okay, why is this happening? After you figure out why it's happening, you should be happy, right? You're getting a 30% return just on cash flow. So just like Bitcoin is the same asset was at 70,000, you're buying the same asset. You should be happy. Now, of course, like I said, I do understand if there are people that were looking to maybe sell a little bit, maybe they had some big purchase, but that is why you pretty much can't invest money in anything short of maybe treasuries and hope to get it out by a specific time. I think that's a dangerous game. But let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. If you do want to trade crypto, there's a link to Margex underneath. Again, you can long the market, you can short the market. Let me know how you're feeling, and let me know too, what do you think is going to happen after the Fed starts lowering rates? Obviously, there's going to be a lot of economic data that comes into play, and honestly, there's a lot of fear mongering in general, like in traditional media. They want you to feel strong emotions, and that's good for views. But the fact is that the best way to invest is over the long term and to continue to dollar cost average into the assets that you like. So maybe this is really a blessing out there for you. Let me know your thoughts though. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next video.